So now let's do a second example. And again, we're going to stick with this kind of surprise view of the world because I think it really is a nice, simple way to think about things. And you can build a more formal rational expectations model that has people forward-looking, thinking about all the uncertainty and everything. But it's much easier to just sort of think about the surprise world. So in this model, again, I'm going to think about there being, well, you're in a steady state, R bar, here's date t. And you notice the order in which I did these things? I think this is, I mean, obviously this is mathematics. You can solve equations however you want to solve equations. You still always get the right answer, right? But there are easy ways and hard ways to solve equations, and this is the easy way, okay? But he realizes that, right? That mathematics tells me that I could solve a system of equations any way I want. As long as I obey the rules of mathematics, I'll get the correct answer. It doesn't mean all ways of solving them are equally easy, right? That's the key. The key is they're different in how easy they are. So I think this is the easy, at least for me, this is the easiest way to think about the model, is to think about it this way. All right. And so what I'm going to have happen now is there's going to be a permanent increase in demand at date t. So in other words, here's my steady state supply, 1 over delta I of R times 1 plus R over R plus delta. Okay, that's my steady state supply. Here's R bar, K bar. And I'm going to have an increase in demand to some new higher level, D prime. And we're going to go to a new steady state, K double bar, R double bar. Everybody understand that? We're going to move up to a new steady state level of output in price. And that steady state's going to be over there. Okay? And, you know, that steady state graph, you know, that, again, from that perspective, the change between steady states doesn't matter. This is a durable asset. Could be strawberries, haircuts, whatever. Demand goes up. You move along the supply curve and shift the demand curve, and it doesn't care. But we know we're going to end up here. R double bars up here. P double bars up there. I double bars up here. And K double bar is up here, right? We know that that's how the equilibrium is going to look. We're going to move. And we know because of these proportionality relationships I have over there, that whatever proportion P goes up, R goes up by the same proportion in steady state. Whatever proportion K goes up, I goes up by the same proportion because they're just proportional in steady state. And the mix between increases in R and increases in K is just determined by how elastic supply is. The more elastic supply is, the more of it will show up in K. The more inelastic supply is, the more of it will show up in R. I mean, but that's true for strawberries, haircuts, or anything else, right? None of that's unique to durables. Now the question is, how do we get there? Well, the answer is we get there exactly the way we got there this time, because we're just going to start up here, right? The day demand goes up, K hasn't changed. We just jump up to here, and then we just work our way out just like we did before. So R is going to jump up here above the steady state, R0, because we have the high level of demand, but we haven't yet built the stock. So rents are going to be high. Since rents are high, P is going to be high. Since P is high, I is going to be high, and K is going to be growing. And we're just going to converge just like we did before. And in fact, there's nothing different about this convergence process, right? It doesn't matter whether I had been at this steady state and we destroyed a bunch of stock to get us to here, or we were here because that was the history and the demand curve moved out. I mean, it doesn't matter. We're starting below the steady state, and if we start below the steady state, the way we're going to get there is by this rebuilding process. right? We're just going to have high rents, high prices induce high investment. That's going to cause K to grow. As K grows, rents and prices fall. Same story, no difference. All right. Any questions that people